Here's a detailed and engaging YouTube article on the 1954 Buick Century, tailored for a long-form video script or narrated documentary approximately, excluding handling condition. Buick Century 1954, America's jet age muscle before muscle cars. When we talk about the golden age of American automobiles, the 1950s hold a special place. A time when chrome was king, design was bold, and cars weren't just transportation, they were a statement. One car that defined this era with flair, performance, and innovation was the 1954 Buick Century. This wasn't just another full-size American cruiser. The 1954 Century was Buick's answer to a demand for more speed, more style, and more comfort. It was, in many ways, one of the earliest examples of the gentleman's muscle car, a luxurious sedan with the heart of a performance machine. The Century concept, a bold formula. The name, Century, wasn't chosen lightly. Buick resurrected it in 1954 to celebrate its performance legacy. The formula was simple but brilliant: take the lightweight special body and pair it with the powerful Roadmaster engine. The result? A vehicle that could hit 100 miles per hour, and that's where the name, Century, comes from. In a time when most cars struggled to cruise comfortably at highway speeds, the Century was chasing triple digits. It was fast, flashy, and forward-thinking, just like post-war America. Design, jet age on wheels. The 1954 Buick Century was a feast for the eyes. It featured the first major redesign since the early 50s, adopting a new, more modern look that screamed jet age optimism. Its sweeping body lines, massive chrome accents, and iconic VentiPorts on the front fenders made it instantly recognizable. The front end was dominated by Buick's bold, bomb sight, hood ornament, wide grille, and twin headlamps set into deep bezels. The rear carried a wraparound look that echoed aircraft fins, subtle but futuristic. This car wasn't just built to drive, it was built to be seen. Inside the Century, luxury meets performance. Step inside the 1954 Century and you're greeted with what was considered futuristic luxury. The dashboard was a sweeping metallic and chrome landscape. Large, circular gauges gave the driver a sense of control, while the sweep spear trim on the doors added a flair of style. You got bench seating for 6 armrests, and an array of switches and dials that looked like they belonged in a cockpit. Radio, heater, power antenna, even power windows and seats were available options. Buick wanted drivers to feel like they were piloting something ahead of its time. Powertrain, Fireball V8 roars to life. Under the hood sat the mighty 322 cubic inch, nailhead, V8, an engine that would go on to become legendary. This, Fireball V8, produced 200 horsepower, a big number for its time, and sent that power to the rear wheels through Buick's signature Dynaflow automatic transmission. While Dynaflow wasn't the quickest shifter, it was buttery smooth, adding to the Century's luxury performance persona. The combination of lightweight chassis and high-displacement V8 made the Century one of the fastest Buicks of the 50s, outpacing even some Cadillacs of the same era. Chassis and suspension, a smooth operator. The 1954 Century wasn't all about brute force, it was also about refinement. Buick engineers equipped it with coil spring suspension on all 4 corners, which made it one of the smoothest rides on the market. Whether cruising city streets or long desert highways, the Century glided like a jet on air. The steering was power-assisted, offering easy handling for a car that weighed nearly 4,000 pounds. Braking was handled by large drum brakes, which, while primitive by today's standards, were more than capable for the era. Body styles and variants, style for every buyer. The 1954 Century wasn't just one car, it was a whole lineup. Buick offered it in multiple body styles: 2-door Riviera hardtop, 4-door sedan, convertible, station wagon, estate. The Riviera, in particular, became a favorite for its sleek roofline and pillarless windows. It was the car of choice for executives, racers, and even hot rodders. Each variant carried the same DNA: power, prestige, and presence. Pop culture and appeal, Buick's quiet revolution. Though not as flashy in marketing as Chevrolet or as elite as Cadillac, Buick carved out a unique space. It was the aspirational brand, a symbol of success for middle America. If you had a Century in 1954, you were doing very well for yourself. It became the car of choice for doctors, businessmen, and even celebrities who didn't want to flaunt but still wanted to go fast and look good. The Century was often spotted in drive-in theaters, on Route 66, and even in early Hollywood films. Racing pedigree, a surprising track star. Believe it or not, the Buick Century wasn't just a street cruiser. It found surprising success in motorsport, particularly in NASCAR. Its power-to-weight ratio made it an unexpected contender on stock car circuits. While it didn't dominate long-term, it showed that luxury and speed weren't mutually exclusive. This dual identity, comfortable on a boulevard, confident on a track, is what makes the 1954 Century so compelling. Legacy, a forgotten muscle precursor. When people talk about the origins of muscle cars, they often jump straight to the 1960s. But the Buick Century was already offering muscle with manners a full decade earlier. It showed that an American car could be both fast and refined, a philosophy that muscle cars would later simplify and expand on. The Century also laid the groundwork for future Buick icons like the GSX and Grand National. It proved that Buick wasn't just a brand for the elderly, it had serious performance potential. Rarity and collector status. Today, the 1954 Buick Century is a rare gem. While Buick sold over 71,000 Centuries that year, only a fraction remain in restorable or mint condition. Enthusiasts prize them for their bold styling, powerful V8, and unique place in automotive history. Classic car auctions occasionally see pristine examples sell for $25,000 to $60,000, depending on body style and condition. Convertibles and Rivieras command the highest values due to their desirability and low production numbers. Why the 1954 Buick Century still matters. In a world obsessed with EVs, touchscreens, and autonomy, the 1954 Buick Century reminds us of a different kind of ambition. It's a relic of a time when power, presence, and personality mattered most. It stood at the intersection of post-war innovation and Cold War confidence, a bold reminder of what America could build when style and speed were the goals. So next time you see one of these rolling works of art, remember, it's not just an old car. It's one of the first fast luxury sedans. A forerunner. A muscle car in a tuxedo. The 1954 Buick Century, truly a century ahead of its time. Would you like a thumbnail idea, short video intro script, or audio narration to match this?